Today we are road tripping, heading to our favourite nursery, Thrive Sustainability. We're out on the road today, heading to Thrive Sustainability, which is our favourite nursery. Laura there is always been super helpful. It's a bit of a trip out there from where we are from Rockpile now. The nursery was local to where we used to be.
Probably got nearly an hour and 45 minutes to get to the nursery, so nice little road trip. Interesting countryside this time of year. It's all pretty much dead. Brown, and that's just the Australian landscape here in Western Australia where we live. In winter everything's green, in summer everything's brown. So you really see the season changes. We like it. We think it's awesome.
Alrighty, here we are. Laura said we're going to have a look around, so that's the nursery behind me. I'll take you in for a look. Here we are at the front of Laura's nursery, Thrive Sustainability. Just a small nursery, but it's full of great stuff. Like I said, it's our favourite place to come to get our veggie plants, our fruit trees. She's got everything. Just out the front here we can see some olive trees, fig trees, grapevines. What have we got here? A jujube? Not sure what that is. Okay, we've got some grafted fruit trees here. 2- and 3-way grafts. Mulberry trees. What have we got? Ooh, super dwarf, sunset peach. So these are all dwarf peach trees. Laura also stocks like soil and mulches from a company called the Green Life Soil Co., which is another local company, and they do wonderful organic products. Some bay leaf trees. You can see very bug friendly, so you know there's not a whole bunch of chemicals used on this. Hybrid fruit trees, plumcot, which would be a mix between apricot and plum trees. All of these rows here are various fruit trees, apples, pears, peaches, etc. Up here is a citrus area, mandarins, oranges, some lemons, some kumquats and some limes. There's a few other interesting items in here as well. Look at this good as hand lemon. That is cool. I tell Laura about our one almond that grew and got...
Yeah, it was just nearly ready.
Yeah. Look at trees. A pecan. Looks much better than my pecan. Alright, this is kind of what we came here today to get. These lots of nuts macadamia bushes. We're going to be doing a bit of a hedge of them. They do need protection during the first couple of summers from hot winds and the hot afternoon sun. So we'll get them. Might not plant them out this summer. We might just keep them protected until we sort out something to look after them. Alright, through here is the bush tucker. So this bit through here, this section through here, is native edible plants. It's a massive growing industry, really. We're looking at getting some native berries. Here we go. Medium berry. Because we're thinking about doing a berry patch, but of native edible plants. Oh, the lemon myrtle. Finger limes. Definitely want some of these. They've got mean little spikes on them though. Might put this into our native bush section. So yeah, lots of goodies here. Try not to spend too much money. Let's go interview Laura. Alrighty, so I'm here with Laura from Thrive Sustainability, which is a edible garden specialist nursery. Do you want to tell us a bit about Thrive Sustainability and yourself and why edible gardens?
Yeah, I think it all started, I've always been a really keen, avid gardener, loved growing my own food. And it came about because I share produce with friends, and a lot of the time people would say, oh, I wish I could do this. All I can do is grow succulents and fake turf. So it kind of gave me that idea, well, it's not that hard and it should be a life skill. So I wanted to start a business where I could really encourage and educate people on how to grow food. And it's kind of evolved from there.
Nice. Well, we actually met you a few years ago now during a workshop that you're holding. You do a bit of education. What are some of the things you talk about?
I run like a day workshop. I put it all into a whole day now, and the first part of the workshop is all about planning your garden and setting it up, you know, looking at the lay of your land, look at your water source. There's lots of considerations when you're planning a garden. Then the second part of the workshop is all about maintaining your garden organically, because we don't use sprays or pesticides here, which can be a bit of a challenge, especially for the first couple of years.
I was zooming in on some crickets out there going, see, there's no pesticides around here.
There's one here. Yeah. The second part of the workshop is about maintaining your garden organically. We don't really promote the use of sprays and pesticides here. It can be a little bit of a challenge for the first couple of years, but if you can stick with it, your long-term gains really far outweigh any short-term losses. Like the first year you might lose a few crops, but that's what the second part of the workshop is all about.
I mean, we've got a great example of that in our own orchard. The first year we started putting in trees, they were attacked by, pests, and then this year we've noticed a lot more predator insects coming in, and the pest damage is so much less. So it's fantastic to see the spiders hanging out in there, and the different sorts of flies that are gobbling up the aphids and that sort of thing. It's great.
Yeah, it's really interesting. And I think one thing that's really nice is you just have so much life. Like when we bought this place, it was quite a bare, empty block. But now, and we never really saw any small birds, and now you'll go outside, even in the nursery, it's lovely because we have like a whole family of blue wrens, and sometimes they'll be flying down and, you know, pecking things off of the plants, and, you know, it's like a whole little ecosystem. Yes, there's a whole little ecosystem going on, and it's really beautiful.
I notice we are in front of a wall of seeds. You save your own seeds. These are all heirloom, and
so they're all open pollinated seeds, which mean you can save those seeds and they will grow true to type the following year. Whereas if you're growing a hybrid variety, there's nothing wrong with hybrid varieties. However, if you grow a hybrid variety, save the seed from it the following year, you're not necessarily going to get the same plant that you originally had. It might be a throwback to one of its parents, and it may not be as good a quality as the original plant. So we do a lot of seed saving and encourage people to save their seeds. So I think it's really important.
And any favourite plants?
I think, that's so hard. Favourite plants. Wow, I think last year actually was the True Gold corn. That was beautiful last year. You know, most people think most places when you buy punnets of corn and seed here in WA especially, it's normally hybrid varieties, and it's quite hard to get the open pollinated corn. But that True Gold, it was really, really tasty. It had such a good flavour.
We're just coming into good corn time now, aren't
definitely.
we? We have to get some corn.
You've got some
corn. Thrive Sustainability is located in Chittering in WA, and also has an online shop. So I'll put the details down in the description. Go go and check out Laura on her website, in the shop, on Facebook. She posts lots of great stuff and lots of tips for what to grow and what's in the nursery currently. And yeah, support your local nursery, support local business. Thank you so much for letting us come in and have a chat.
It's so good to see you again.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. These light shades are made by a local craftsperson. So that's in barbed wire. They're fabulous. Mushroom growing kit. Seed potatoes. Oh, these are some seeds. Oh, that's interesting. Is that true gold corn Laura was talking about? Down into the squashes, the pumpkins. Oh my goodness, is that a blue pumpkin?
But if you wanted anything in particular,
radishes, tomatoes. Oops. Watermelons. What do we got? Candy red, sugar baby, bush jubilee, more tomatoes, ram's horn. Awesome.
Alright, so we just left Laura from Thrive. We're heading home now. So probably be just over an hour and a half heading home, but well worth it, I tell you. Some lovely plants out there. I got a heap of seeds, so I'll get them in the little seed box to start with. Just want to thank her very much for her time, and that's it. I'll pan around and get a little bit of footage of us cruising along.
Feel like you're in a video game, watching the screen.
Yeah, sort of. Fast forward this bit. Oh, look, man. Car's doing a wheelie.